Howdy y'all, and welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a surprise for the M3. As you can see, guys, our surprise, if you follow along on IG, we got ourselves some Kansei wheels. We went with some 18s, guys. We went 18 by 10.5 rear, 18 by 9.5 front, and I think they're gonna look absolutely fantastic. Went with a retro design, kind of reminds me of the Fisk or Dynan wheel for the M3 back in the day, so it gives it that awesome 90s feel. But we are going to unbox the rear, and we're going to put this thing on, see where it sits, see what we got to do, see if we need a spacer, we don't need a spacer, or what we're going to need. So let's jump to it. Let's unbox one of these, and let's get it on. As you can see, this thing looks fantastic, guys. 5-spoke design, clean, nice polished lip, all clear coated, looks really, really nice. So this is going to look fantastic on this car. Let's just hope our offset's right. Should be. Then we might need a wee bit of spacer just to bring it out, but we'll see what happens, guys. But yeah. So, needless to say, guys, it is freezing cold out here. It is in the 40s. Golly, these are really on here. Well, we're gonna get these off. Put a jack under this thing so we can test fit this wheel. So a couple things to take note of, guys. One, we're going to jack the rear of this up just to test fit this wheel, but we are also going to finish the 135 brakes on this as well, why we have the back of this car all jacked up and off the ground. We did the front brakes, but we did not do the back brakes in 135. So all of these brakes, rotors, calipers, everything are coming off, and all the new stuff is going to go on while we have all this off. But we're going to be test fitting the wheels so we know what it looks like. So let's get this thing. Has been on there for a long while. Roll this off, and you can see all our old stuff. Ew. Oh, we have the new wheel. Let's set this on and see what kind of clearances we have to the shock, to the air lines, to everything. I feel like we're gonna have to have a spacer to come out. But let's see where we kind of sit, and then we can judge on what we got. So, oh, that hub is rusty. Looks like we got enough clearance. Oh, sheesh. This actually looks pretty spot on. I'm gonna throw a lug nut in here. Let's cinch this down and see what we got here, guys. See what we're working with. Yeah, fits flush. That hub's a little rusty, but all that's going to get changed when we put the new brakes on. And we're going to also be upgrading 2 Motorsport Hardware studs and nuts. Motorsport Hardware has sent us a whole new set of 70mm race. So those all will be going on. So it should be a really, really cool setup. So that we can see what this thing's going to look like and what kind of clearance we have to the fender, we are going to lower this back down onto this 4x4 just temporarily, right in the middle of it. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to check the clearances, because this is aired up right now. What we're going to do is air out a little bit and see where everything sits. So it looks like we're really good on the inside. The offset's like perfect. So let's air out a little bit in the rear and see what we get. I'm gonna take, where does the jack go? I'm gonna take the jack out so that that's not in our way. And then we're going to air the rear out. And see where we get. So, actually looks not bad. We are definitely tucked up in there. That is gonna need one hell of a tire, but that freaking looks absolutely fantastic, guys. That sits just amazingly, and I actually think we are sitting on the frame with the 4x4, same back there. So we are sitting clean on. So here's a different angle, guys. This oh, drop nails. This absolutely looks fantastic. I love this look. This looks gonna look amazing. And if you didn't follow along with my IG and on here, we got some big things coming for 2020, guys. I have a ton of stuff coming for this car, a lot of ideas, a lot of stuff that we are going to hopefully take 2020 by storm. A lot of ideas up here going around what we're going to be doing and everything, so should be a really good 2020, guys, especially for this car. We've got some more project cars coming, everything, guys, but we're going to jump to the front, put the fronts on to see how they fit. But guys, before, if you guys don't follow along, haven't been following, I got married past week, and absolutely fantastic ceremony, fantastic wedding, everything, guys. Best part, if you haven't seen, my ring is a tire tread. That is awesome. Let's jump to the front and put the fronts on. So we're back. For you guys, this was instantaneous. For me, it was 2 days. So you saw us the last time mount our rears and got everything squared away. Now we need to pull out the front and mount one of the front wheels so that we can see what we have to do in the front. I don't think it's going to be much different than the rear. I think the fitment's going to be pretty on point. So yeah, let's pop off the front wheel, get that off, and then we can go pick up our tires today. We can load these wheels into the truck, go grab tires, go drop them off at the shop, have them mounted, and we can actually have wheels and tires remounted to the M3 today with the new setup and see what it looks like. So let's get this front wheel off, so we can see how that one fits. So guys, I mounted it up. I already put it back in the box, but I mounted it up and we are hitting the bag. So I grabbed a 15 millimeter spacer and we're still hitting the bag. The offset's 22 on the fronts as well, so they're kind of sunken in. We still have a ton of room to come out. I just need to get, I want to say a 20 millimeter spacer will do it and push it out enough to clear the bag. But I gotta find one now. I think I have some spacers somewhere in these boxes. I bought them a long time ago for the, I think the X5 for the rear, so they're still 5x120, but I don't know where they are. I think they're in a box, but I'm gonna look, but I'm gonna box the rest of these wheels up so that we can drop them off at the tire shop so we can get some tires on them, because we can figure out the spacer situation later. It's not a, like I can mount them, I just can't drive anywhere, but we'll be able to figure it out once I find them in here. So let's get these boxed up, load them in the truck, and go get some tires. So we're all loaded up. We got all the wheels in the back, strapped down, heaters on in the truck, and we are ready to head to the shop. I'll see you guys when we get there. If you can see, we have our tires back there. They're pretty big. They're actually like 285s in the rear on a 10.5 of the Kansei wheel, so pretty bigger than what we got right now. We got 255s right now, and that's 285s. So how I said I don't think we're gonna have rubbing in the rear, we might have some rubbing in the rear, but that is all something that we're gonna have to figure out. But we have some ideas coming for the car for 2020 before WeekFest in February. So we have a little time and I have some ideas, so we will see what comes up and what we have to do to make these wheels and tires actually fit on the car. So head to the shop, drop these off so they can go get mounted, and then I'm gonna go get lunch with the wifey and then go pick them up when they're done. So let's get to the shop. So guys, we just left Uptown Automotive and met with Zamir, dropped off the wheels and tires. I just picked up Chick-fil-A lunch and headed back to the house. Zamir's gonna try to get them mounted today, which is Saturday, and back to me by the end of the day. We'll see if that happens, make sure everything goes well. If not, he said he'll have them for me tomorrow, but that means we can also start working on the rear brakes. I blinked there for a second. The rear brakes, we need to put the 135 calipers and go get new rotors for the rear, so we can do that. We're also going to do steel braided lines in the rear and Motorsport Hardware studs. We can do that too as well while we wait for the wheels to come in. So let's jump. I'm gonna go eat, and then we're gonna jump back on the car and see where we get. So you can't see, it's probably too dark, but we have the wheels and tires back from Uptown Automotive, guys. They did an excellent job of mounting and balancing these wheels. We are going to get them in, and we're gonna bolt at least the one side, driver side, onto the car and see what they look like. See what kind of clearances we have with the tires. See what we got. So a bunch of our power cords are used outside, so I moved our one light over here so we could see what we're doing and see what's going on. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the rear tire on first, and we're just going to mount it up real quick, throw a couple bolts in it, see where we sit, see how we fit, and So we're going to lower it down on the death jack, and we're going to see how this actually fits up in the fender well. See what we got front and rear. I know the front needs a bigger spacer because of the offset, but it should be halfway decent. Here, I actually think it's going to tuck absolutely perfect into this. I think the airline there is super close, so I'm going to have to adjust that airline, but this, I've never had 18s on this before, so we are touching there. So let's slowly, we're pushing the fender out a little bit. We have plans for these fenders, guys, so no worries. We have plans to make them wider, which that is a, yeah, that's touching all the way down, but we have plans for these fenders coming up in a couple episodes, so stay tuned and shouldn't be an issue. But those look absolutely fantastic. We look great in the front, and we look great in the back. That is one heck of a tuck. But I absolutely love that look. That is great, guys. So, you saw us get the rear on. We have the front on now as well. I am missing a fender. I'm missing a spacer on the front. I know I have some somewhere in this garage, but as you can see right now, it's kind of sunken in, but you can still kind of get an idea of what it looks like. But it rubs on the bag by just a hair, so we need that spacer so we can push it out so we can actually see what it looks like. But let's get the other rear on and get that jacked up so we can get that on, and then we can kind of roll this car out of the garage, down the driveway, and we can actually see what it looks like. So guys, it's out. It runs, it moves. This front needs another spacer, but and we're all aired up right now. But I love the way the Kansei KNP's look on this car. They're just absolutely fantastic. They look great. Let's see it aired out. I do. They actually transform the look of the car. Looks fantastic. The motor, I don't think you guys seen this in a while. The motor is together except for that back panel. I'm working on a little custom panel for that, and I'm waiting on a new strut bar that will fit with the throttle linkage. We also got to put in the other tune, and we got to adjust, as you can tell, we got to adjust the throttle position on it. But other than that, she is done basically. We need to get in her, rip on her, get a feel on how she drives again. We miss this car, guys, but we have big plans for the wide body. Got some things down the pipeline, guys. But she is basically done. Thanks for watching, guys. The KNPs. I'm gonna put a link below for the Kansei wheels, guys. If you want them, these fit fantastic, almost perfect with the felony form wide body kit, guys. If you want a set, go grab some. They are some great wheels, great quality, as you saw, guys. So I'll see you guys next time. Like, subscribe, keep following, guys, on Instagram and on here, and I'll see you next video.